Good morning, everyone. Let us continue the last class session. That is, we stopped at the definition of AI that we discussed. It is ability of a computer program or a machine to think and learn. And we cannot. It is also a field of study which tries to make computers smart. And coming to the actual definition of this AI, we can define in this way also that systems that think like humans, systems that act like humans, systems that think rationally, and systems that act rationally. Let us describe these four points. That what is that systems that think like humans. We know that most of the time it is black box where we are not clear about our thought process. So everyone has to know that functioning of brain and its mechanism for possessing information. We can also say that it is an area of cognitive science. We know that this cognitive science is nothing but the scientific study of this human mind and brain. What do you mean by this cognitive sciences? It is the study of human mind and brain and how the mind processes and represents knowledge. This all comes under this cognitive science. And in that, we can say that neural network is a computing model for processing information similar to this brain. And coming to the second point, systems that act like humans. So the overall behavior of the system should be human-like, and it could be achieved by observation. How we will learn by with observation. In the same way, the system or the machine also should learn with observation. That system that think rationally. Sometimes we rely on logic rather than to measure correctness. So for thinking this rationally or logically, logical formulas and theories are used for synthesizing these outcomes. Let us see one example. There, the one sentence is given that John is a human and all humans are mortal. Then one can conclude that this particular sentence logically that John is mortal. And that is what this inference theory plays a role over here. And systems that act rationally. Rational behavior means doing the right thing. Even if any method we used is illogical, the observed behavior must be rational. So there is one more next one that is important a part of this AI, that is an agent. Agent plays an important role in this AI. Let us see what do you mean by this agent. Agent can be anything that perceives the environment through sensors and act upon the environment through actuators. So remember, agent can be anything that perceives the environment through sensors and act upon that environment through actuators. An agent runs in the cycle of perceiving, thinking, and acting. And an agent can be a human agent, like it has eyes, ears, and other organs which work for sensors, and hands, legs, vocal tract work for actuators. And other robotic agent can have the cameras, infrared rangefinder, NLP for sensors, and various motors for actuators. Similarly, there can be a software agent, can have the keystrokes, file contents like a sensory input and act on those inputs and display output on the screen. So these are the different types of agents. And there are two more agents are there. One is intelligent agent. It's an autonomous entity which act upon environment using the same sensors and actuators for achieving some goals. And it may learn from the environment to achieve the goals. And the very best example of this intelligent agent is thermostat. You know, this thermostat is the best example for this intelligent agent. And another agent is rational agent, which has the clear preference, models uncertainty, and acts in a way to maximize its performance measure with all possible actions. That is what we call it as the rational agent. And coming to these components of AI system, or when we see how a particular architecture of agent is, it is something looks like this. I already told you, an agent, it is going to perceive its environment through sensors and actuators, or also we can also call it as effectors, and acts on the environment through actuators. Okay? And here, coming to when we say talk about what are these sensors and actuators related to human being, the sensors to us is eyes, ears, and coming to the actuators or effectors for a human is hands, legs, mouth. In the same way, the same thing when we compare it with robot, Sensors are nothing but the cameras, infrared finders, and effectors are nothing but the grippers, manipulators, and motors. And the agents, the total agent behavior is described by its function that maps percept to an action. That perception to an action, it is going to be describe its function. And we know that agent is a software program that has four main components. One is environment, okay, where AI agent operates, such as factory floor or any website, we can say. Sensors, that is the tools that allow the AI agent to pursue its environment, such as cameras or microphones, already we discussed. Tools that allow the actuators are nothing but the same, the tool that allow the AI agent to interact with its environment, such as we can say that robotic arms when it is a robotic AI, and if it is a software agent, we can say that it is a computer screens. And then next one is the decision making mechanism. That is simply whatever it has pursued the environment, it has to process that information from the sensors and decides what action to take. So an agent, by perceiving its environment through sensors and acting upon the environment through actuators. And we are using the term percept to refer to the agent's perceptual inputs at a given instant. And percept sequence is the complete history of everything the agent has ever perceived. Okay? And it is described, an agent's behavior is described by agent function that maps any given percept sequence to an action. And this is one of the agent function. Let us see that it is a vacuum cleaner world, and this vacuum cleaner is an agent. So this is the world of this particular vacuum cleaner, and see what is the percept sequence and what is the action it is going to take. And this is what it has observed, that it is going to pursue the environment. So it has find some dust, and according to the, after perceiving, it is going to have a one sequence, like in A, it has to clean. So what is the action it is going to take? It is going to move right side and is going to suck the dust. In that way, so it is going to percept the environment and it is going to follow a sequence, and accordingly it is going to take the action and perform that action. And there is one more important thing about this agent, that is we must specify this task environment. That is, an agent can be measured by four terminologies. That is, we can say that it has P's, that is performance measure, environment, actuators, and sensors. We already discussed all these things. So when we take these P's, let us define agent equal to one taxi driver. So what is its performance measure? What is a P for a particular taxi driver? That he should drive safe, fast, and he should follow legal rules, and we should have a comfortable trip, and we should maximize his profits. These are all comes under the performance measure. And coming to the environment for a particular driver, it may be roads, other traffic he has to see, pedestrians crossing over the road, and the customers, whatever he is getting. And coming to the actuators, that is steering wheel, accelerator, brake, signal, horn. These are all actuators. And coming to the sensors, those are cameras, sonar, speedometer, GPS, odometer, engine sensors, keyboard. These are all comes under the sensors. So when we take an agent to be a taxi driver, and when we want to measure this uh, task environment, that is piece, so in this way we are going to define how this agent is going to be. Thank you.